So for my CVT, I'm going to be disassembling and reassembling the front brakes. And we're going to start off by chalking up the tires that you're going to put on the brake. All right, man, so now we're going to look around the car before we raise it. So, let's just take a look around. So the perimeter is safe, you know what I'm talking about? Now we're going to raise it. That's good. So now we're gonna put it on the lock. So now we're gonna make sure that these are aligned with the right part of the car so we can raise it safely. Just like so. So after the car's been lifted, we're gonna set up all 4 jack stands to secure the car and give it support. We're going to be using the impact gun with the 19mm socket. We're going to use this lubrication. Okay, we're going to use the torque stick, 3/8 ratchet, 1/4 inch ratchet, 30mm torque socket, 18mm socket, 10mm, and a 13mm. So now I'm just going to take off the tire using the star pattern. Okay. Yeah. Taking off all the lug nuts, we're just gonna take off the tire and put it under the hoist. Now we're just gonna put the 30mm socket on the 3/8 ratchet and to take off this first screw. So now I'm gonna use the 10mm socket on the 1/4 inch ratchet to take off this top bolt and the 13mm for the bottom one. And we're gonna switch to the 3/8 ratchet to take off the bottom one. Yeah. So this one off, and then this one right here. You can get that?
I can't even.
Yeah, this one right here.
I think I got it.
So now, and here we're just using the 18mm socket on the 3/8 ratchet to take off these 2 big bolts. So we've taken them off, we can take this clamp off and rest it over here while we work on the brake pads. We can now take off the brake pads and use a file to deep clean and get all the rust off so it goes back on properly. This process is heavily fast forwarded, so make sure you're cleaning for a while. I was cleaning for about 3 minutes here. It's just 15x speed, so yeah.
Bro, I can't play in Paris Casino. I can't do that.
Okay.
Kelly Olynyk is gonna cook.
Okay, pops out nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth.
Okay. So now you're going to want to apply this silicone lubricating compound onto these bolts to lubricate it up. Just apply it with your fingers evenly. Not too much though. So right here we're just putting these 2 clips back on. Okay. This goes on like this, right? Now we're just going to put the brake pad holder back onto the brakes. Make sure it's lined up with everything and the brake pads can properly go in. Why is it so loose, bro? Why is your axle so loose? What do you mean? It's nice and loose. Okay. Why don't you put it around here? Okay, now you put this one on the other side. Yeah, I'm loose as hell. Okay.
I just have to put the screws on.
So now we're just gonna put both of these big bolts in, starting with the top one. Starting by hand tying it and then using the ratchet out.
Oh. Yeah, it is. Let it together.
Now we're just going to retrace our steps and put the clamp back on and use the 1/2 inch ratchet to tighten on these 2 bolts we took off before. And we're gonna switch to the 3/8 ratchet with the 13mm socket to tighten on the bottom one. And retracing our steps and just putting the screw back on with the torque socket. Now we can put the tire back on, hand tightening the lug nuts 1 by 1 in star pattern. Preferably get someone to help you because it might be a little bit tricky to hold. Once they're all properly hand tightened, you can go ahead and put the torque stick on the impact gun and tighten in star pattern to finish up the job.
Are you done?
All right, and that's how you properly disassemble and reassemble the front brakes of a car.